I want to share with you next a couple of tweets from one of my favorite congressional representatives, Thomas Massie from Kentucky. Now, this guy, if we could clone Thomas Massie and have him fill every single elected office from the federal level to the state levels and local levels on every single public office, then we would be amazing. Everything would be absolutely beautiful. So check this out. Coming to America, even higher food prices and chronic meat and dairy shortages if we don't fight to keep our woke climate cult from using government to decimate our livestock. Yeah, that's absolutely. So he is quote tweeting this tweet about how a heartbreaking message from a Dutch farmer. Tonight was the last time we milked our cows after 90 years. This is it for the organic dairy sector. We aren't allowed to continue because we are labeled a peak polluter. We fought for 3 years. Our government destroys lives. So this is happening. So the Dutch government has been going after farmers for a little bit now under the claim of that they need to shut down farmland because of a climate change. Last I checked, farming is kind of important. You know, food, the thing that we need to eat to survive, that's kind of important. So it's very concerning to me that the Dutch government is shutting down farmers. And then that's, as Thomas Massie is saying, coming to America. That could very well come to America if it's not already here. Now, I replied to Thomas Massie and I said, I'll do you one better. So this is all about transferring power. This whole podcast is dedicated to transferring power back to the people. So I'll do you one better. We don't comply if our government tells us to shut down our farms, therefore not giving them power over us. So on Instagram, here in San Diego in La Mesa, we have Councilwoman Laura Lothian who shared to her Instagram about how a local business was shut down because a permit wasn't reissued from the local La Mesa government. So power to the people means, again, the ability to make the decision. So if the government is just telling us to shut our farms down and our businesses down, and we just comply and let them, that means they have the power. But what if we don't comply? What if we don't listen? What if we get enough people to just rally behind a business or a farm or something like that, and we just don't listen to the government when they say, hey, we have to shut down your business because we didn't renew your permit, or we have to shut down your farm because of climate change? That would be one way to turn our ship around and transfer power back to the people. When we just do not comply, when we don't recognize their authority over us, they have no authority. When we, the people, don't recognize their authority over the people, they have no authority. We do. And there are way, way more people on our side than on their side by a long shot. Here's another tweet from Thomas Massie. You are what you eat. We must fight back against the proposition that we can prosper by eating USDA/FDA sanctioned slop processed by multinational corporations using feedstocks raised on corporate farms using chemically intensive methods, as long as we take our pharma meds. Protect this person, I replied. That is again another reason why I said if we can clone Thomas Massie and have him fill every single office in this country, we would be so well off as a country. We'd be so empowered. We'd be so wealthy and so prosperous. Obviously, that's a joke, or is it? No, I don't know. He's pretty based. I like this guy. So maybe if we could clone him, that'd be awesome. Yeah, so that's interesting. We must fight back against the proposition that we can prosper by eating slop and taking our pharma meds. We can't prosper. In fact, we've been doing the opposite of prospering by eating this corporate slop, by eating this horrible food that we see at every single fast food restaurant and maybe a lot of restaurants out there, and just taking our drugs, our antidepressant drugs, our anti-anxiety drugs. That's not how we prosper as a nation. That's not how we prosper as a society.